Hey everyone, I got everything set up here on my bench. I'm going to go ahead and pull this motor, top end of this motor off and check it all out. I got to drain the oil. I was hanging the end of the motor, the engine off the side of my bench, drain the oil. This is a 75 250B MX engine disassembled. So let me get you guys all set up here and we'll get started. Okay, Kickstarter's off. Just dropped my water jug. Got my rag caught on it. All right. Turn this around. Get you down here a little closer. Bleeding good. When it slipped, my finger hit the end of the crank, hit the threads, took the whole chunk of skin off right there. That's a long way from my heart. It'll just make a little bit of a mess. All the nuts came off except for this last one. There it is. All right, let's pull this head off of here. Doesn't look too bad. Real black. Top of the piston looks pretty good. Let's see, I'll turn this over. Looks like still crosshatch inside the cylinder. I can still see it, but know why it would only have no idea why. It would have only had 90 psi. Like I said, if you all know, leave a comment down below. Okay. See if I can get you where you can see it from the side a little bit. Here it comes. There it is. All right. That cylinder looks real good, but I'll mic it all out, see what it says. Piston doesn't look too bad. There's no scoring on it, just burn mark right here. Can't tell if that's point or 9090 or 060 on the top of the piston, but crank is in, the rod is in great condition. So let's take and throw a rag round in here and see if we can get that okay, well, I got one out. It's right here, and it's like a spring. I've never seen a clip like that. Anyways, it's out. Let me get this piston pin out of there. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can clean this up a little bit. All right. You can see it right there. And if you look, the arrow's pointing cockeyed. But yeah, I don't know if that's a 090 or if we read it this way. So it's a 60. I'm gonna go with a 60. I'm not sure. I'll check it out later. But yeah, everything feels really good. Off here without breaking them. Got the top one off. Here we go. Stuck in the top ring groove. There it is. Bring it right here. See if I can get you. You can see that ring gap right there. Let's get the feeler gauges out and check that thing. Pretty sure it should only be about 12, but I'm gonna go, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna start at 20. Oh yeah, that's it'll take more than a 20. Let's see what it is. "25's too tight. 24 is it'll fit in there. So that's a 24 thousandths ring end gap. That's a little too tight. So we'll check. I've got new intake rubber, gaskets, and reeds for this. But the gaskets look good. Cannot see anything through the reeds. They look good. That's checked, hard as a rock. Intake doesn't look like it's had a little bit of grinding done on it in there. Let's pop this exhaust off. That's a pretty cool exhaust gasket. Plus it's got this one that gets put inside. The exhaust doesn't look like it's had anything done to it. The porting, the transfer ports are all stock, it looks like. Now I talked to the original owner on this bike and he said that he had some work done on this top end. Well, from what it's showing, it's stock. Well, actually, on the transfer port right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's been ground right in there. And same thing on that one. Nothing on any of the other ones. It's been cleaned up on this face and on that face right down in there. So that in there is really smooth. That's been opened up. No place else. Looks like he's done a little grinding in here in the intake. Just kind of like taking the casting markings off. But I'm really surprised ain't anything done on this exhaust. Because that's where your benefit would be. I know if I remember right, you get a little bit more low or top end by raising the exhaust port. But I mean, at least polishing it is supposed to help a lot. And this whole intake, this exhaust, that's not carbon, it's well, good morning everybody. It's the next day. Going to continue on this motor. Pulled the top end off earlier. I'm going to go ahead and pull this bottom end all apart, get it ready to put new seals and gaskets in it, or seals and bearings. I noticed that the seal that is on the stator side is in backwards. I'll show you guys that later on once I get the cases split. But yeah, the stator side seal is in backwards. So let me go ahead and get you all set up here, and we'll start pulling this motor all apart. See you in just a minute. All right, let's start getting this side cover off. Looks like all these case screws are the same length. That'll make it nice. Get this clutch cover off. Look at that seal on this side. All sounds loose. Let's see if I can get that pried up. There it goes. Popped it up off of there. Doesn't look too bad inside. A little goopy. Get this gasket off here without leaving too much. Well, it's going to be one of those. That's all right. Okay, there's an arrow here, and there's an arrow here. Oh, there's 3 arrows. There's 3 arrows. So I guess when I go to put the clutch all back together, I just line up those arrows. Pull this clutch pack out. They look good, actually. Well, that's going to take some work to get it cleaned up. Some nice tooth marks in there. I'll take and clean that all up with the file, make it look good. Flatten that down. This one is still wonkied over. Let's see if I have a holder for this. Yeah, that's the same as a 73 DT3. There we go. Well, that poor old washer's seen better days. All right. It got tightened up good a couple times. All right, take all this back off. I had to take those gloves off. They made everything so slippery, I couldn't touch anything. Comes up real easy. There it is. That's off. It's got seal retainers on it. That one's loose. Just had to hit it a little harder. There it is. Might as well break all these loose while I'm here. Excuse me. All right, those are loose. This Belleville washer goes in there. There's a washer there. So what I'm gonna do, put a zip tie on that puppy. Okay, I figured it out. There's a snap ring right here. That comes off. Then you lift this gear up and it comes out. I get my fat fingers in there to get it. There's a thin shim washer right there. Now it looks like you got to take these two pieces out. So, okay, that spring and everything just all took and went nuts. Evidently, this unit, there's a shaft in there. You got to line that up on the shaft, pull this over, and then I believe that will drop down in there against this metal piece so it doesn't booger up the aluminum. But yeah, let me find a bag to put all this in. I'll be right back. Okay, I got the happy face bags. Put all the Kickstarter stuff in there so that doesn't get lost. All the little brackets and bolts, shims, washers, clips. All right. Next will be the shifter, and I've already got it loose, the clips and everything off the other side. There's the shifter unit. We'll leave that whole and put it in that box. Next we will pop that clip off. Get a narrower screwdriver if I have one. There's that. Let's see if there's anything special in here when this comes up. Okay, gotta open that up down there. Okay, this will go in a bag. My little block here. Some nice seal retainers. I'm going to put all those in a bag so I don't lose them. Get them mixed up with something else. Okay, I'm going going to put that up there. All right, to the case bolts. And the drop ball bearing. But I do apologize. All right, I think that's it. Let me go around this one more time and look. I'm not sure if that's one or not, but we'll pull it out. I don't know if that's just for the clutch assembly. But we'll... Oh, that was one. That was a case bolt. Okay, none here. Those are out. That's out. All right. I need another container. I'm just going to go ahead and get my case splitter. If I can reach it up here on this shelf. All right, got it hooked up. Let me get you up a little higher here. See if this thing comes apart. There it is. Okay, the cases are split. Clean up a little oil. Let me pull all this apart. Man, there's a lot of funk down in there. Really wish that bearing would have come off in there. All right, well, let's go ahead and try to get all this case taken apart. This is the Kickstarter spring. It looks like it's got a couple dinks right there. I don't know what that would be from. Anyways, we'll put that in the bag with the rest of the Kickstarter stuff. There's a clip on the bottom of that shaft. There's one on the bottom of that shaft. We'll take these off. goes. All right, crankshaft is out. Bearing journal looks really good over here. The rod is in real good shape. Nice bearing there. All right, so the crank is out. This hole stripped out when I took this unit out. So I'm going to have to get a helicoil and put in the hole. That took the seals out. The main seals are kind of goofy looking. They got this, looks like a castle top here. That was against the bearing on both of them. I'm gonna have to research that. Let me go ahead and see if I can get these other bearings out. Pull this off. Move you over a little bit. Raise you up here. Get you out of my way. We'll put this in there. Popped right out. Okay, that's case is empty. That's out. That crank seal, the crank bearing. I got some different size aluminum plugs for installing bearings. And taking out bearings. That main bearing feels awesome. I'm going to leave that one in there because I don't want to take a chance of damaging it. But anyways, that's it. Well, that about does it for the engine teardown. Got the cases all stripped. I just get my parts washer out, clean the cases all up real good, go through. I'm gonna have to work on the clutch housing, file the edges down because it's got some nice grooves in there. The crank is good. All the bearings are good. I'll go ahead and I'll get all the seals ordered up. I've got to mic the cylinder and the piston and see what oversized piston is in there now. I know the ring gap's way too big. I think it was 24 thousandths. I got to look that up, check into that. I'll get my parts list. I have a book, a parts list manual, and gives me all the information on everything. I'll go through that and I'll get everything ordered up that I need. So, but that's it on this. Thanks for coming along, hanging out. My next project I'll be tearing down is my 78 Bull Taco Mach 11 250 Persang. I've got the motor sitting on the bench down here. That's going to go to a builder. I got to strip the frame down, get everything stripped off so I can start working on it. Make a parts list of the things that I need to order. Fork seals, dust boots for the forks, all the rubber grommets for the whole bike. I'm going to have all the hardware sent out and get it replated, because the Bull Taco on all the heads of all the bolts, it has the word Bull Taco on there, and I want to keep that. I've got new seat cover for it. The side panels are really good. The tank's really good. Just needs to be repainted. I've got all the decal kits for everything. Let's see. I need the front fender and rear fender and a front number plate. I'll go ahead and get that stuff ordered up. But yeah, that's about it for right now. But again, thanks for coming along, hanging out with me in the garage, and I will see you back when I start on my next project. Have a great weekend.